What is going on YouTube? This is Owen Dowell here. Today I'm going to be doing, would you believe it, a new Zippo video. Yes, believe it or not, sometimes I do make new Zippo videos. I know, it seems a little strange because it's been such a long time since I made one, but what do you know? What a world we live in. I do in fact sometimes make new Zippo videos. And yeah, unfortunately I still don't really have a good computer for video editing, so I'm going to try to make this in one take and try to make it to where I don't have to do any editing at all. So hopefully that goes well. And anyways, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get into this video because I finally have a little bit of time to make it. So here is my new Zippo, as you can see. It is in this regular black box. Now I will say, I did get this one from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I went over there with Tristan last Saturday. It is currently Sunday. Oh, I don't know what the day is. I think it's the 15th. Saturday, July 15th, because this past Friday was actually Friday the 13th, so it is now July 15th of 2018. Went over to Smoky Mountain Knife Works with Tristan about last Saturday, and he bought a new Zippo, and I bought a new Zippo. Now, normally when I go to Smoky Mountain Knife Works, I like to buy 2 new Zippos, but this is one that I was kind of looking for, one that I was kind of keeping my eye out on. I kind of had recently started wanting it. And when I saw they had it, I decided that I'd just go ahead and get it because it's a little bit nicer and it was a little bit more, it was a little bit more like one of the more expensive Zippos out there. So I just decided, let's go ahead and let's just stick to one, keep it simple, and that is exactly what I did. So, as I was saying, here it is. It does come in the standard Zippo black box. And if we take a look at the back, you will see this is the Chameleon Zippo Alligator, which actually stands for Alligator. You will see why as soon as I open it. So yeah, without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and oh, actually, the model on this one is 29525. So now, without further ado, let's go and check this thing out. There it is. I did get a little bit impatient. I went ahead and I took off all the stickers. There was a price tag on here. Now, because I got this from Smoky Mountain Knife Works, I should mention, I actually wound up paying $41.99 for this. But the retail price, if we take a look behind the Zippo, is $57. Yeah, that's pretty expensive. This is an armor case, as you can see. There's your details about the armor Zippos right there. And this, believe it or not, guys, out of all the Zippos I have purchased since 2010, and Tristan pointed this out to me in the car when I had it, let him take a look at it. This, guys, is my very first ever oopsie Zippo. I have at least 60 Zippos. I mean, at least. Let's be honest. I've kind of stopped keeping track of that Pinterest account, but guys, I do need to go through and update it. But if I do, I can guarantee you guys that I definitely have at least 60 Zippos in my collection. And this is the first modern, I guess we would say the first modern day oopsie that I have bought. So it actually, for those of you who don't know what an oopsie Zippo is, basically when you look at it this way, you're supposed to be able to turn it this way to be able to see the bottom stamp. But in this case, since it's an oopsie, when you do that, the bottom stamp is upside down. So let's flip it around and we can take a look at when this thing was made. It was made in I of 17. That is October of last year. And you can also see, since this is an armor that was made in 2017, it does have the new armor bottom stamp where the armor logo has been moved over here. All right, so let's go ahead and hear it. Let's hear the noise. Boom. Has a very nice sound to it. I have already peeled the back sticker off. It is currently, actually, here's the thing worthy of note. It's behind the guarantee. And it looks like Zippo has finally overhauled the guarantees, because now the guarantees are very simple. This is the guarantee. That's all you got. I can't open it any more than that because all it is just a little tiny thin piece of paper. That's all it's got. It's got directions. It's got how to fill and like the anatomy. Or no, this is a pictorial version of this side over here. And then you've got your warnings and regulations. And over here you've actually got the warranty. So there's no real advertisements in this box anymore, or in the guarantee anymore. So that's a little bit interesting that they went ahead and took those out. So here's the Zippo. Now, as you saw from the back, this is actually a Chameleon finish. This Zippo is sporting the Chameleon coating on it. Not really the coating, but the Chameleon coloring. Now, the thing that makes Chameleon special is that as you turn the Zippo, it's supposed to change color. Now, I have noticed in real life that this doesn't really happen all that much. Let's see here. It sort of starts to change to a purple color. Let me see. There's actually a piece of paper right around the tripod that I'm going to try to grab. This is going to be for some homework, but I decided to do the homework on the computer. So, it's a little easier to see with paper. Do you kind of see how it starts turning purple? Yeah, this is the Chameleon finish. This is what the Chameleon finish is all about. And honestly, when I bought it, I didn't know that I was buying a Chameleon Zippo. I have been wanting a Chameleon Zippo. I had never seen a Chameleon Zippo in person. I did not picture that the Chameleon Zippo would look like this. At all. This is not what I picture the Chameleon Zippo looking like. But this is, in fact, the Chameleon finish. And you can kind of see how it changes there. Another couple of things worthy to note. This is an armor Zippo, which is really nice. So you do have the very deep cut grooves in here for the alligator pattern, and it is really nice. It's super grippy. You can grab this thing. If you wanted to buy this for carrying, there's no need to worry about dropping it, because once you get a hold of that, you're not going to drop this. You really aren't. All right, it is a pretty solid grip. It really is. But one thing I wanted to show you is that where the Zippo logo is, as you can see, that is not glossy. I'd always thought that was glossy, but that is actually kind of the satin chrome type finish. And when I first felt that, it actually kind of gave me goosebumps, because I really wasn't expecting that to be textured differently than the rest of the Zippo. But you can kind of see what I'm talking about there. When I let the light hit it, how the Zippo logo itself is not as reflective. So that's pretty interesting. Just something you might want to take note of. Some people are a little bit sensitive, myself included, are a little sensitive to like texture things or stuff like that. And for some reason that did kind of give me like a slight goosebump when I was initially feeling it. Actually, if I kind of hit it with my fingernail, it kind of, you know, like my skin is starting to crawl from that. So that's just interesting. I don't know. It's not a big deal. Obviously, most people probably don't have that issue. But for me, I've always been a little bit sensitive to like different textures. One thing especially is that when my hands have been wet for a long time, like getting out of the shower, and then I go to open a textbook, that is the worst. I can't stand touching like textbook paper after having had my hands wet for a reasonably long time. It gives me goosebumps almost instantaneously. I can't deal with it. So, you know, it's just like one of those weird ASMR type situations that some people have. So yeah, that just was one of the triggers for me, but I'm pretty used to it now. Now, one interesting thing about the Zippo, in the past, if you've watched my videos, you will know that I have always been a huge fan of Zippos that have tight inserts. This Zippo might be the exception to that rule, because this insert is stupid tight. Oh my god. Jeez. Before, when I had first gotten it and first taken the stickers off, I couldn't get the insert out. I managed to get it out once when I was with Tristan. We were hanging out at the fire tower. I don't know if you saw my Instagram post, but I did manage to pull it out while we were there. So I guess since doing that, it's gotten a little bit easier, but jeez. This is by far the tightest Zippo insert I've ever seen. This was made in J of 2017. All right. Typical Zippo insert, lift to fill, all that stuff. Might need to go ahead and take the flint out. Let me just go ahead and do that now because of how dang tight this is. Let me just go ahead and use my knife very precariously as a screwdriver, if I can. Ooh. Probably actually best not to use the knife, thinking about it, since you're not supposed to pry things with knives. Oh man. If it'll grip. That's the thing. It's not gripping. Dang. Well. Oh well. I guess I will go ahead and I'll go ahead and deal with that later. Because because it has gotten a lot easier to pull out since then. Pushing it back in takes quite a lot of effort too. On the plus side though, it's not going to ride up as you keep opening it, so there's that. Nice. So anyways guys, yeah, I think that is going to go ahead and do it for this new Zippo video. Hopefully you guys liked it. Again, sorry I can't really like edit it or anything, make it fancy. My computer is just, well, you know, I'm a college student and I can't really afford a new computer right now because I'm a poor college student. But I do want to go ahead and show you guys a couple other things. Some other Zippos. These are not necessarily, actually these are not new Zippos, but they're Zippos that are kind of similar to this Zippo in the sense that they are, whoops, this one opened. In the sense that they are colored chrome. So we've got this one here is the Black Ice Slim. All right. Ooh, I actually, speaking of Smoky Mountain Knife Work Zippos, I never mentioned this, but I did wind up selling that rose gold plated Zippo. Somebody, I don't know if it was their sister or their mom, I couldn't really tell based on their Instagram page, but someone reached out to me on Instagram asking if they could buy the rose gold Zippo for a graduation present, and I was a little hesitant at first, but eventually I just said, you know what, yeah, why not? I'm honestly not getting as much enjoyment out of it as he probably will. So I decided to go ahead and sell it. So yeah, I no longer have that Zippo. I did make a profit off of it. I made sure to. It wasn't necessarily as big a profit as the last few Zippos I've sold, but anyway, this here is the Abyss. Purple Abyss. Really nice. I love this Zippo. One of my favorites. This one here, what's this? Ooh, this is the Spectrum. This is another Smoky Mountain Knife Works purchase, actually. Actually, the Spectrum is a little bit more considered to look like that. For some reason, on the other side, it's really faded, and I'm not sure why. And finally, this one, which I haven't seen in ages, this is the Ebony. This has been hiding away in an Amazon box, because this is one of the Zippos. If you remember back when I made my video about the camera lens, I was kind of considering selling a bunch of my Zippos, and this is one of the ones I was thinking about selling. But I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I really like it. And honestly, I have not sold any of those. So that goes to show you how that went. I did finally sell the two stained glass style Zippos, the Zippo Fusions. I did finally sell those, but I sold them on a local classifieds page on Facebook, so that was kind of cool. Get rid of that. So yeah, anyways, that's going to do it for this video. In case you're wondering what these are some Rubik's Cubes that came in the mail today. I actually ordered them in a 4-pack, and they are a lot of fun. They're all stickerless, and I bought it mostly for the 4x4, because I've been wanting to play with a 4x4 for a while, because it's a big cube, but it doesn't take a long time to solve, and just wanted to play with one. But I'm actually finding I'm getting a lot more enjoyment out of this thing. This 5x5, I made an Instagram post about it. This 5x5 is literally crazy. Listen how quiet it is. I am very impressed by this 5x5. I definitely dig it. But it came with the 5x5, the 4x4, the 3x3, and the 2x2. And it was like under 20 bucks the pack was, or it was $24.99. I think the pack was $24.99, so it was actually pretty cheap. And you're getting these 4 cubes that are actually really, really good quality. The 3x3 is a little bit like spastic to me. It's a little too loose. I might need to tighten that. Same goes for the 2x2. The 2x2 here is wild. But anyways, guys, that's gonna do it. Just thought I'd include them in the video because I wanted to show them off. So that's gonna do it, guys. Thank you so very much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and adios.